Student friends, in yesterday's lecture we started with topic number 3, and that is BZT. It can be enlarged as bipolar junction transistor, where we have studied that it is a semiconductor device in which there is a transfer of resistor that takes place. We also studied that it is a semiconductor device in which one type of semiconductor is sandwiched between opposite pair of the semiconductor. Depending upon which layer is sandwiched, there are two types of bipolar junction transistor which we have classified yesterday. One is NPN transistor, in which P type of semiconducting layer is sandwiched between two N type of semiconducting layers. Another one is a PNP transistor, in which N type of semiconductor is sandwiched between two P type of semiconducting layers. We also studied that BZT is a three-terminal device, namely emitter, base, and collector. We studied that emitter is the terminal that emits the charge carriers, which is heavily doped. Its area is moderate. Collector is the terminal that is used to collect the charge carriers emitted by the emitter. Its area is large. It is moderately doped. Base is the region sandwiched between emitter and collector, which is very thin and it is lightly doped. It has two junctions. One is input junction, another one is an output junction. All these aspects we have studied as far as the introductory aspect of transistor is being considered. Now we are going to study the structure of NPN and PNP transistor. Friends, let us begin with study of structure of NPN transistor. Student friends, this is the structure which is represented here. That shows that it is a structure of NPN transistor, because here is the P type of the layer semiconductor which is sandwiched between two N type of semiconductor. Look at it. So this one is N type, this is N type. In between these two N type, there is a P type of semiconductor which is sandwiched. So this is a N region, this one is N region. In between that, there is a P region. This is the sandwiched layer. We are well aware that N type of semiconductor contains the majority charge carriers as the electrons, whereas the minority charge carriers as the holes, along with some immobile ions. Whereas the P region makes use of positively charged carriers, that is holes, as the majority charge carriers, and electrons as the minority charge carriers, along with some immobile ions. When P type of semiconductor is sandwiched between two N type of semiconductor, two junctions are going to be gets formulated. One is this junction, we can call it as, this is junction J1. This is what we can call it as blue colored line that represents. This is the one junction J1 that is known as the input junction, whereas this one is another junction that is known as output junction or junction J2. Thus it has two junctions. Friends, if you connect P type and N type of semiconductor with each other as like diode, same procedure that happens here also. Due to the diffusion process, electron from N region will goes into the P region, holes from P region will comes into the N region, to which we can call it as it is a process of diffusion. When one electron goes to P region, a positive ion is generated very in vicinity of that particular junction. And when holes come from P region into N region, there is a negative charge, negative ion which is created across the junction. This process of diffusion continues till the electrons will be repelled when it will enter into the P region, and hole will repel when it will enter into N region. Hence, there is a creation of the depletion layer. Once the diffusion process completes, the charge carriers from P and N region will start depleting due to the creation of the ions across the junction itself. So, as far as output junction is there formulated in between P region and that of N region by establishing the barrier potential across the junction. Same process takes place on this region also. And here there is a generation of the input junction. This is what we can represent. Here is also generation of the depletion layer. How the depletion layer generates? At the beginning, electron will jump from N region into P region, creating the positive ion. Hole will jump from P region into N region, creating the negative ion. This process, again, we can call it as the diffusion process. But once the full barrier is set up across the junction, then the charge carriers from the respective region will start depleting from each other. So the layer that depletes the charge carriers is called as a depletion layer. And hence there is an input junction which is formulated, that is known as Z1. This is junction Z1, whereas this one is junction Z2. We can call it as, this one is output junction, whereas this is the input junction. Thus, on one side there is a N region, at the center there is a P region, on another side there is a N region, and hence there is a formation of the structure of NPN transistor. The ohmic contact is made to one of the N region, depends upon the doping concentration, which is a heavily doped and which has a moderate area. That ohmic contact connected terminal, we can call it as emitter. It is used to emit the electrons as far as NPN transistor is there. Ohmic contact is made to the exactly opposite side of the N region, which has a large area and moderate doping concentration. That terminal, we can call it as, it is the collector. It is used to collect the electrons emitted from the emitter. Ohmic contact is made for the sandwiched region between two N region, that means to the P region, it is called as the base. Hence, there is a formation of, structural formation of NPN transistor. It is called as unbiased structure of NPN transistor. Friends, in this structure, these brown colored part represents the electron. These are the electrons. The brown color part with negative sign indicates the negative ions. These are these one. White color bubble indicates the holes, whereas white color bubble with the positive indicates the positive ions, immobile ions. This structure of NPN transistor is, the symbol of NPN transistor is represented here. So this is what NPN transistor, it is same as that. This one is a base, emitter and collector. So this is actually symbol of NPN transistor. It has 3 terminals, namely this one is called as emitter, this is collector, whereas this one is a base. Whereas on the emitter terminal there will be arrow. If the transistor is NPN, arrow is outward, that is away from the base towards the emitter. This arrow indicates the conventional current flow. It indicates that current will flow from base towards the emitter. So this is what is the meaning of arrow? arrow indicates the conventional current flow. Convention means always it flow from high to low. That is a convention. But the charge carrier will move opposite to this. That is from emitter to base. Motion of electrons will be from emitter to base, whereas the flow of current is from base to emitter. So this is what the symbolic representation of the NPN transistor. Dear students, on the analogy of NPN transistor, as we have studied just now, the structural aspect of NPN transistor, you can also prepare yourself the structure of PNP transistor also. So that structure is represented here. In brief, let us study the structure of PNP transistor also. In PNP transistor, N type of semiconductor is sandwiched between two P type of semiconducting layers. First to form PNP transistor. The structure of the PNP transistor is also formulated in analogous to that of NPN transistor. Due to diffusion process, when junction is formulated, so again here is what I can call it as junction J1, whereas here it one is junction J2. It is output junction, whereas this one is the input junction, or it is the emitter base junction, whereas this one is the collector base junction. Two junctions. During the diffusion process, holes will move from P region to N region between emitter and base. As positive charge will be moving from P region to N region, negative ions are generated very close to the junction. Similarly, when electron will move from N region into P region, positive ions are going to be generated due to the diffusion process. Once the diffusion process completes, further motion of charge carriers is depleted due to formation of the barrier potential across the junction J1, or due to formation of the depletion layer. This layer starts depleting the charge carriers further. Same process takes place on another side also, so that there is also formation of the depletion layer that separates N region and P region from each other by generating barrier potential across that particular output junction, that is collector base junction. Friends, as usual, this region is heavily doped. To be referred as an emitter, it has to emit the charge carriers, especially it emits the holes. This is the region which is represented, it is called as a collector. It is moderately doped, it has a large area. In between P region and N region, in between two P region, the N region is a sandwich. It is very thin, it is very lightly doped, it is called as the base. Friends, the ohmic contacts are taken from heavily doped moderate area. The terminal is called as a emitter, that is used to emit the charge carriers. Just now we have studied, it emits the holes. Exactly opposite to that, moderately doped large area wise region from which the ohmic contact is taken, it is called as a collector. It is used to collect the charge carriers emitted by the emitter. In PNP transistor, it collects the holes. In between two P region, the N region is lightly doped with less area, that is known as the base, from which to which the ohmic contact is again taken. Thus, it has three terminals: emitter, base, and that of collector. Friends, almost all analogies are same as that of NPN transistor. Symbolically, it is represented like this. This structure we can reduce to this one: PNP. This one is base, central part, lightly doped. This is emitter, whereas this one is collector. Dear students, this is the symbol of BJT, that is bipolar junction, especially it is a symbol of PNP transistor. Friends, this is collector, this one is base, and this one is emitter. Arrow is represented on the emitter terminal here also, but the arrow is inward, means arrow is towards the base, indicating that conventional current will flow from emitter towards the base, but the charge carrier will flow from base to emitter. Here the direction of motion of charge carriers, direction of motion of emitter current, both are same, but in case of NPN transistor, those are opposite to each other. Try to remember these differences between PNP and NPN transistor. This is also unbiased structure of PNP transistor. Dear students, this is what we have to study in today's lecture, to be referred as the structure of PNP transistor and also the structure of NPN transistor. Friends, that's all about the today's lecture. Next time we'll go for the concept of biasing the BJT. In unbiased condition of bipolar junction transistor, no current flows because no external battery is connected. Please do remember, in PN junction diode, only one junction is present. In bipolar junction transistor, two junctions are present. One is input junction, that is emitter base junction, whereas output junction, which is known as collector base junction. Students, that's all about the structure of the BJT.